Good morning, folks. It's Max. How's everyone doing today? We're going to look at Defiance and YieldMax. Got something to do, so I'm not. And I just remembered I haven't done profit boxes yet, but you guys don't care. All right. So these guys sold 177 options. They went to full size today. I don't know what happened to yesterday. The last time I asked Jay something, it was a stupid question. So I try to figure stuff out on my own. I forget what I asked him last time, but it's something I should have known. But yeah, I don't know. That one stumps me why they just did half. I don't know if they were planning on doing the other half, then decided against it. But in any event, they sold the 57.72. Right. So right now the market is trading at 57.13, which means it's going to be inside the strike price by whatever this number says right here. $58. So they're trying to make 364,000. They're losing 600,000 at this point in the day. Let's look at the freaking chart. What in the hell is going on? All right. Yeah, the market's selling off. Well, I don't know if you guys saw my late night with Max and Jax last night or what I've been talking about lately, but ever since the SPY was at 570 on Monday morning, as soon as it opened, my system switched bearish, double bearish. So it wouldn't surprise me if we do get a little sell-off here in October. October's the worst month of the market. The election's going to be a total cluster, and it's coming up. So I think volatility will stay elevated in front of it. So in any event, the last time the system gave this signal, it actually nothing happened. The SPY went from 560 to 560. So it doesn't always work. But the time before that, the SPY that gave the system went from 560 to 550. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. Market's selling off right now. So let's look over here at the NASDAQ. We'll get rid of the modeling software. Okay, NASDAQ selling off as well. Let's go look at, let's see what they sold. Let's see if they're taking advantage of it. Okay, they sold 109 contracts at the 20,104 level for $88. So the way I do profit box, in case you guys are interested, is I look at the break even 2015 and 2004. So those are the two lines on the chart, right? So I have to go from 15 to 104. Much easier to do before the market's trading. There it is. Close enough. Okay. There's our profit box for today for NDX. So we need the price to be inside that damn box somewhere. And unfortunately, this red bar right here, the most recent bar, means it's selling off. All right, so that's fine. So now we'll look at Russell, which is what IWMY trades. This thing's really selling off. They're actually under their 200 period moving average, which the other ones weren't, or they're right at it. So this one's weaker on a comparative basis. Let's see what the option positions involved in this one are. These guys sold the 22.35 strike for $10. They did it 660 times. So we need something to go from 25 to 35. All right. So, okay. So here's the profit box for Russell. We got that drawn. Sorry, I didn't have the profit boxes drawn today. Okay. The estimates is too early to look at. USO, why they have the 70. They have the 71 strike option. They sold it 1,600 times. And I just saw this before I came on here. I didn't have time. I noticed they sold another 375. It looks like for an average of $1.50. So, Jackson, please give it a break for a second. I got to finish my show, buddy. So we need to add another 375 to the party down here. I just don't feel like jacking with it right now. It'll be done by the next time you guys look at this. All right, so here's the index buffer report. I always show this the same time I show Defiance because this is where Defiance competes. All right, SPY T down just as much as the parent. JEPI doing well, showing some buffer. SPY showing some buffer. XDTE down every bit as much as the parent. SVOL down more than the parent, and ZIVB down 3 times what the parent is. KQQQ down about as much as the parent. Triple QT down more than the parents. You guys get the picture. Everything's down. Most of it's at this point in the day is down more than the parent. All right, so here's the single stocks. They're all game murder too. Let's see if there's anything on the good list. We got JPMO. It probably just hasn't opened yet. 912 or I don't know. I'm being cynical. Fibby's on the good list. ExxonMobil, GDXY is looking good at this point in the day. All right, so these are the call spreads, or these are most of the call spreads. I ran out of time doing them yesterday. We're looking for this to turn. We're looking for this to turn green. Means one of our spreads has gone in the money. One of the spreads we bought, which is what we want to do, or the portion of the spread we bought has gone in the money. This is what happened last time. We had 3 of them go in the money. Right now, with the market selling off, none of them are going to be in the money right now. But we'll take a look at it, and then as we put new spreads on, I'll keep the list updated and we'll keep rooting. This is our list for what we're rooting for. For instance, on JPMO, we're rooting for a price above 217.5 because that's where their upside is uncapped, right? So we're going to look at JPMO, or not JPMO. What gosh darn it. We're going to look at JPM to look at JPMO. All right, well, everything's selling off right now, as you guys can see. But the 217.5, so let's go. I'll put the profit box on here. So we'll do this while we're here. You see, it looks like we aren't in much danger of hitting it this week. But, I mean, but that's what we're aiming for. If the market can turn around and start rallying, that's fine. All right, so let's look and let's see what's changing the most today. Let's look at the most up, most down. Most up is VIX. Of course, this was up yesterday right here. And when it did this in here, and when it did, let me show you guys something about my volatility modeling. When it got to here, which was at the end of the day on Monday, it's pretty obvious something's going to happen. People are buying hedges. This is what it looks like when they're buying hedges. Anyway, sure enough, something has happened. So I'm trying to think of a better way to start. I'm trying to show you guys how I use this information, and I can't really think of a good way to demonstrate it because I use it all different ways. It depends on if I'm timing an allocation, if I'm trying to pull money into the market or pull money out of the market, put money in the market. You can use it. You can use this knowledge of which way the market, what kind of trend the market's in, who's in control for all kinds of things. The most easy and direct way to think about it is whenever it switches from bullish to bearish, we'll just put a put here, an option strat, and then I'll do a call whenever it switches back the other way, and we'll keep track of it through the end of the year or something and see how it does. Anyway, so when it switched on Monday, yesterday, I got a put in this program, or 2 of them. So we'll just see how it does. So let's look at it. So the 478 put, there it is. I chose it because it was the 25 delta. Now it's 35 delta because it started to get closer to being in the money. The deltas go up. At some point, I will roll this back down to another 25 delta. When this gets up to a 50 delta and goes more in the money, at that point, then I will sell, take the profit, use the profit to buy the new option contract. And then from then the trade's free, assuming you can get double your money. This cost $1.67. Assuming we can get, 334, then the trades, we'll see what happens. I mean, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll just keep an eye on that. Now, something else, I don't know if anyone did any of my meme trades or, like look at this GME trade. Here's a GME YOLO, and it's up $220. God, I hope someone did this. I didn't do it. I didn't do this. But what we're playing for is for GME to get up here to try to make it to 35 or 40. This trade could be worth, between $6,000 and $10,000. So only $700 risk. So I hope someone did this because I think this one's going to pay off, because these trades also pay off when you hit high volatility, when you get high volatility when the market sells off, like when it's in October before an election. So these trades should also pay off from volatility. So here's another one I recommended in DJT. I'm not a DJT fan necessarily, or a fan of this company. I'm not trying to predict anything, but this company's fortunes go up and down with the election. So it's a good proxy of volatility prior to the election. Not saying buy this, but I'm saying if a person wanted to bet on volatility prior to the election, they could put on this spread, and that would be a way to bet on volatility prior to the election, especially volatility related to Trump. So it's just one of many ways to play it. I don't have a dog in the fight. I mentioned before I am conservative, but I'm more the libertarian type of conservative. I'm more the give me a tax break kind of conservative than the space laser type of conservative. So, but be that as it may, if somebody doesn't believe in the DJT phenomenon, I made a bearish version of the same trade I wanted to show you guys. It's called a broken wing butterfly. And all this needs DJT to do is to not go above $23 between now and November 15th. And this trade is a winner. So this is a way to bet against election volatility, and pretty much kind of against Trump, to bet kind of on normal, back to what we call normalness. A trade like this would probably pay off more. Okay. I'm trying to teach you guys how to use volatility. When you trade options and you trade the market, you aren't really trading direction as much as you're trading volatility. That's the key that a lot of people don't get about option trading. So I'm trying to, over the past year, I've been trying to show how I take advantage of volatility, or how I view volatility. So like I say, one way is when you have a trend following system, the market's going down, you can just buy a put. That's a simple way. You see that working. Okay, that's one way to be long volatility. Well, there's other ways, like these DJT trades and these calendar trades that I did on GME and DJT. It can be on any meme type stock, or which goes for earning stocks too. We could do this on Nike. Nike has earnings after the bell today. We could do some kind of calendar spread on Nike especially if we had an opinion on it. Let me show you what I look at. Look at this. Every day they have something called top covered call ideas. This list right here shows you what are the hottest stocks to sell options in. These, I'll do some more content on that later, but you can pretty much pick any of these stocks, or a lot of them, and you can go in, and I could come up with a crazy calendar spread where you could spend $700 and make $50,000 if it turns out your way. You can do that with these types of stocks because the volatility is so ridiculously high. When you can do crazy things with option spreads and stuff, because the volatility of these stocks, especially like DJT prior to the election, that the volatility is just historically high. So you can do historically fun option trades. Let's just put it that way. All right. Well, you guys got a little extra bonus today on volatility and option trading. So I hope you liked it. Those of you guys that haven't tuned out by now, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We'll keep an eye on this market. Oh yeah, we were seeing what's going up and down. Then I got sidetracked talking about VIX and VIVIX. Evidently, though, these are the two things these are two of the three things that my system keys off of. So, in any event, let's see what else is up today. Oil, okay, well, oil's up 3%. That's fine. Crash is up because Tesla's down. TLT's up as a flight to safety, probably. Here's the 10-year bond. Now look at this. So GME's price isn't even up, but the spread's making money. That's what I was trying to demonstrate. The spread's making money because the volatility of GME's up. And not even so much volatility of GME, volatility of the market is up. Because the GME is actually down from yesterday. but all of these GME spreads are up, different amounts of money. I have a small spread and a big spread. But anyway, but they're all up different amounts of money. It's because you're playing volatility. So it makes it a lot easier to do options once you realize that you have to that you're really playing volatility. To me, that's when it all clicked. That's when the light bulb went off. Okay. All right. So GME down. So let's see what's down the most. Coinbase, that shouldn't really surprise us. MSTR, MicroStrategies. So I'm sure Bitcoin's down if those two are down. Bitcoin actually is not down too much. Amazon's down. You guys get the picture. Pretty much everything's down. I hope you like the bonus content on option trading and how you're really trading volatility. All right, guys, I got to do some other stuff today, but I'll be back with the end of the day update. All right. Have a good day.